In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to use hot glue drops and acrylic paint in a totally different way. Once you get done with this video, you're going to realize the possibilities are endless with these techniques, and you're going to be on your way to creating a one-of-a-kind piece of home decor that money can't buy. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful painting using glue drops and acrylic paint in a unique way. So the first thing I need you to do is make some glue drops and let them cool off. Now I have a piece of parchment paper here that I'm just going ahead and making the glue drops on for later on in the project. Parchment paper, for those of you that don't know, is also called baking paper, and hot glue doesn't stick to it. So you want to make them on something like that. I tried wax paper and they stick to wax paper, so you can't use that. And regular paper, obviously, you can't use that. So you definitely need the parchment, aka baker's paper, baking paper, whatever they call it in your area, and just make some glue drops in a few different sizes. You want some smaller ones, medium, and then larger. And this will make more sense. The size will make more sense to you once you see what I'm creating with these. I would say, however, they were all pretty close to the size of a dime. So you see here I made a few sets of them just to have on hand. I made way too many. You don't need that much. And here I'll explain what I'm going to do to help you out a bit more with this. So I have a 12 by 24 canvas and I wanted to make a painting for my kitchen. I decided to sketch out a vine, actually a grapevine that has a few leaves, a few little coily bits that come out of the branches or the vine, and then 3 focal points, which are going to be grapes. Now, I'm going to give you a little tip. If you can't draw or sketch, go online, find an image that you like, print it out, draw it onto a piece of wax paper, trace it onto a piece of wax paper. You'll be able to see through the wax paper or tracing paper even. Lay it on a canvas surface and scratch it with your nail, like go over the whole outline, and it will transfer to the canvas for you. And then you could just draw right over it. Okay, so that's a little hack for you that can't really draw that well. So I sketched out my vinery here with my 3 focal points, which are bunches of grapes. And what I'm going to do with these glue drops is I'm going to make 3D grapes on the canvas. So first, I go ahead and I fill in the first layer of grapes that I drew with a pencil, just circles, okay? So the first row, there was 4. The second row, there were 3. Third row, there were 2. Last row, 1. You can see really close here. It's very simple, just circles next to each other. That forms the grapes, okay? You're going to fill each of these circles with hot glue and let them dry. But here's the thing. You have to do a few, let them cool off, and then go back in and do a few more and let them cool off. And the reason for that is, if I were to fill in all of these grapes with the hot glue right now, they would just meld together and make a big messy blob on the canvas. So you'll notice I do one of the circles, fill it in, and then I'll skip down to the next row and fill in another area of the grape that's not going to be touching the grape that I just filled in, if that makes sense. Because, like I said, they'll meld together and it'll look like a boob, like cleavage. So you want to give these circles time to cool down before you go back in and fill them in. So now you're seeing I did those first 3. They cooled down. So now I'm doing that one in the right corner or upper corner there. And then I'll skip down to the middle one there. I won't do the one right next to the last one I just did because, again, I want them to stay nice and circular. I don't want them to lose their shape. And this way really helps with that. So after I fill in these three, I'll let those cool, and then I'll come back in to fill in these remaining three. So again, that's just the way I do it so they stay nice and round. Okay, so I'm going to fill in these last three circles with the hot glue. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other two focal points, the other two bunches of grapes. All right, so now I have my glue drops that I made. And what I'm going to do is just pluck them off of the baking paper, and I'm going to hot glue them in between each glue drop I made. And this way we're going to be able to create a 3D bunch of grapes. It's going to pop out of the canvas. So in between each circle I made, I'm going to put a small drop of glue, and I'm going to cover the crevice in between each grape with another glue drop. So on the first row of four, I'm going to place 3 glue drops on top. On the second row of 3, I'm going to place 2 glue drops. And on the third row of 2, I'm going to place 1 glue drop. So for every row that I've already put on the canvas, I'm going to use 1 less. And for the bottom one, where there's only 1 glue drop, I don't put anything past, the 2. Because the 2 row right here will kind of cover that area as well. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing to the other 2 grape areas. And then I'm going to just give you a close-up of how those look when they're done. And they're very, very cute. Look at that. So now you have a 3D bunch of grapes that's built onto your canvas. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get out a bottle of acrylic paint. And I want to outline the sketch that I did. So I put the acrylic paint into this little squeeze bottle that has a very fine tip. I get those at Hobby Lobby. They're like $3 for 4 of them, I believe. And I'm just going to outline the entire design. Now, typically I do this with hot glue, but this time I wanted to use the acrylic paint. Just to kind of show you guys that you can use acrylic paint for multiple things. You don't have to just paint for it. It makes a great 3D outliner. And that's what this whole project is about, 3D, like creating some depth in a painting and making things stand out more. So I go ahead with the acrylic paint and I outline the entire design. You can use any type of acrylic paint to do this that is a medium viscosity. So tube paints or these Lucas Krill paints work really well for it. And the cool thing about outlining this with white on a white canvas is if I screw up, I can easily just wipe that paint away and you'll never notice it. Whereas if I used hot glue, I'd have to rip it up off the canvas and it would tear the canvas a little bit. So I liked using the white a lot. Even if you want to, let's say, create this painting and have a gold outline, personally, I would still outline the design in white and then use a gold marker after you're done hand painting in the areas and all that because it is going to get a little messy. I would get a gold marker and go over the entire outline with the gold marker just right on top of the white acrylic paint. Because once this dries, it dries firm, dries hard, and just like if it were hot glue, you can go right over the top of it with another color. So here is the outline all done in the white paint. And now I'm going to start adding in some color and some sparkle. And I won't bore you with making you watch me paint this whole thing. I'll just show you a few sections. So the stem, I'm making brown with a little bit of a green sponge over the top to kind of look at like, it's realistic, like it has a little moss maybe growing on it. So I first started off with this brown and then came in with a little bit of green. Now, some of these areas in this design were really tricky because they're very small, like the little tip of that little curly Q there was very hard. And this is why I say you're definitely going to have to go over this outline again to clean it up. I did at the end with a white marker because I did like the white outline, but don't worry too much about that because it's easy to clean up at the end. And here I come with the green. I'm just kind of brushing it on and rubbing it off. Just a light little staining of the green. I don't want it too bright. And then after this, I come in and work on the grapes. I do want to say before we get to that, if you have any questions about products or anything like that, you can look in the description. I usually put down all of the products that I use for the videos in the description of this video. Now, this is really only hot glue and acrylic paint that I'm using, but if I have anything else special, I will put it down in there. So now we're working on the grapes, and I'm coming in with some dioxazine purple first. That's the darkest of the purples that I want to use, and I want to use them down in the bottom areas. Like, I don't want that to be the top color because that's what's going to give you the depth. So you see I'm kind of jamming that purple down into the cracks because that's what's going to make these really stand out. And now on the upper layer, I'm going to go over them with a light lilac color that I had. You can't really see it too much here, but they are lighter on the upper area. And then I also came in with a even lighter shade of that lilac because I added a little bit of white to it and kind of just pounced it over the top of the grapes. Once I got done painting the grapes, I then came in and painted the leaves green, a bright green. And so far, it is looking fantastic. Now, there is one thing I am super, super mad at myself about, and that is when I drew the design, I just drew it working its way up the canvas straight. I wish I had changed the orientation of the grapes so that I could have hung this landscape in my kitchen. Now I have to hang it on the wall as a portrait style, up and down. I would have liked it side by side. I think it would have looked better with the vine, but what can you do? It is what it is at this point. But yeah, I wish the grapes were hanging down and I could have hung it side by side. So now what I'm doing is a little bit of work on the background. I don't want that stark white background. So I took some of this warm gray color, which looks like a very light tan, and I stuck my fluffy brush in it and kind of just pounced it on the surface of the canvas. And then what I did was I came in with the same purple that I used and the same green that I used for the leaves. And I kind of splashed little splatters of those colors on the canvas. And that's, just giving it a little more character. So if you want to do this, grab a color of acrylic paint, thin it way down with some water. And then what you're going to do is hold the paintbrush over your canvas and tap it with another paintbrush, and you'll get that little speckling effect in your background. I never want to just, create an image on a canvas and be done. I like to work on the background too. It adds more character to the painting. So we splashed that purple all over the canvas, and then we did the same with the green. I'm going to show you how watery this green is so that you know when you have the right consistency to do this splatter effect. So you can see it's running all over the paper plate. That's how thin you want to thin your paint down, and then it'll give you a beautiful splatter effect. But I will warn you, after I was done with this, I went in the bathroom. You can see my glove there. I went in the bathroom and I was about to go out and get a coffee. And I looked in the mirror and I said, "Oh, sweet baby Jesus." I was freckled in green and purple paint, and people would have thought I was a leper or something. So, it does splash a little bit if you're careless like me. If you take your time and just lightly tap it, you'll get there. But I was banging that thing and it was just flying everywhere. But anyway, one of the last things I have to do is go over my outline with my white marker, as I told you, because I want that white outline to be nice and clean looking. And then once I'm done going over the entire design, I'm going to come in with some beautiful sparkle for those grapes. Oh, let's look at the texture on the leaf. This is a good area to see it. Look how nice that acrylic paint created those little ridges in the leaf. So that's a really cool hack when it comes to acrylic paint that I don't know if many people know you can do that. But anyway, moving on. Stickles, these are glitter glues, and they are, in my opinion, the best glitter glues on the market. They sparkle so nicely. So all I'm going to do is brush a little tiny bit over the upper layer of the grapes. And then on top of that, while it's wet, I'm going to pull out my super shard glitter glass that I get from Meyers Import online. And I'm going to sprinkle some of that glitter glass right onto that wet glue and let it dry. And then we're going to be finished and take a look at this painting. People always ask me where I get this. Again, it's Meyers Import and it's sold online. I'll try to put the website down in the description for you. But it's a beautiful painting. Let's take a look at it. I absolutely love it, and I hope you do too. So, again, my friends, I want to thank you so very much for joining me today. If you enjoyed the video, please, if you could leave a comment, even if it's your favorite emoji, let me know what you think. I truly appreciate it. And also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on your way out. Until the next time, my friends, which is next Sunday, 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I love you all. Thank you for joining me, and happy creating.